The way you talk to yourself determines everything. Your confidence, your discipline, your success. It all starts with the words you use in your own mind. If you fill your head with doubt, hesitation, and negativity, your actions will reflect it. But if you train yourself to speak with power, certainty, and belief, your life will follow. Most people are their own worst enemy. They tear themselves down in ways they would never do to someone else. They replay their failures, criticize their abilities, and reinforce their own limitations. Because they repeat these thoughts daily, they start to believe them. They create a pattern, a cycle, a mindset that keeps them stuck in the same place. But what happens when you change the way you speak to yourself? What happens when you talk to yourself with the same encouragement, certainty, and strength that you will give a close friend? What happens when you stop feeding yourself excuses and start reinforcing success? You change. Your actions change, your results change, and over time, your entire identity shifts. It takes 21 days to build a habit. And if you commit to changing yourself, talk for 21 days, you will see a transformation in your thinking, your confidence, and your ability to take action. The words you use become your reality, and the good news, you have complete control over them. For the next 21 days, you must commit to one thing. No more speaking to yourself like a failure. No more telling yourself why you cannot. No more reinforcing the version of you that hesitates, doubts, and makes excuses. Instead, you will speak in a way that pushes you forward. You will use words that build strength, not weakness. You will replace negativity with power, hesitation with certainty, and self-doubt with self-respect. Most people do not realize how powerful their inner dialogue is. They assume their thoughts are automatic. They believe their emotions dictate their self-talk. But the truth is, your mind will believe whatever you tell it. Most often, if you tell yourself you are disciplined, you will act disciplined. If you tell yourself you are confident, you will carry yourself with confidence. If you tell yourself you are built for success, your actions will start to reflect it. The challenge is that most people have spent years reinforcing the wrong beliefs. They have told themselves for so long that they are not good enough, not capable, not strong enough. And because they have said it so often, their subconscious mind has accepted it as fact. But beliefs can be rewritten. And it starts with the way you talk to yourself for 21 days. You will replace weak self-talk with strong self-talk. This is not just about affirmations. This is about reprogramming your mind through repetition, conviction, and action. This is about becoming the kind of person who speaks with certainty. And when you do that, your brain rewires itself. Your confidence grows, your hesitation disappears. And before you even realize it, you have become someone new. If you do this for 21 days, if you commit to speaking with power, training your mind, and rejecting negativity, you will feel unstoppable. You will think differently. You will act differently. And your results will prove it. So the question is, are you ready to change the way you talk to yourself? Are you ready to shift your mindset, build discipline, and create the kind of confidence that lasts? If so, then for the next 21 days, you must follow 5 principles that will change yourself, talk forever. Because when you control your words, you control your thoughts. And when you control your thoughts, you control everything else. The first key to transforming your self-talk in 21 days is eliminating weak language. The words you use either create power or destroy it. They either push you forward or pull you back. Most people sabotage themselves without realizing it because they fill their mind with words that create hesitation, doubt, and fear. They say, I'll try. But trying is not commitment. Trying is leaving space for failure. Trying is giving yourself an escape route. When things get tough, you do not try. You do when you tell yourself, I will try to wake up early. You have already given yourself permission to hit snooze. But when you say, I wake up early because I am disciplined, you reinforce a different reality. They say, I have to, but having to do something creates resistance. It makes you feel like a victim of your own life. You do not have to work out, you get to. You do not have to build your business, you choose to. The way you frame your actions changes how you feel about them. And when you shift your language, you shift your results. They say, I can't, but can't is a lie. It is an excuse that justifies inaction. If you say, I can't stay consistent, you are reinforcing inconsistency. If you say, I can't change, you are programming your mind to stay the same. But if you replace I can't with I am figuring this out, You shift your focus from limitation to possibility, and that shift makes all the difference. Every time you speak, you are reinforcing an identity. You are either conditioning yourself for strength or for weakness. And if you want to become unstoppable, you must train yourself to speak like someone who is unstoppable. The first step is replacing weak phrases with powerful statements. At first, this may feel unnatural. You have spent years reinforcing certain beliefs through your words. Your subconscious mind is used to the old script. But the moment you start speaking with strength, you begin rewiring your mind for a new reality. The second step is speaking with certainty, not hesitation. Most people speak as if they are unsure of themselves. They use words like maybe, I think, I guess, hopefully. These words create doubt. They weaken your conviction. They send a message to your brain that you are not fully committed. And when your words lack certainty, your actions will lack certainty. Successful people do not speak in weak, uncertain terms. They speak with conviction. And because they do, their brain responds with confidence, their actions follow their words. And their results prove it. The third step is controlling your inner dialogue in difficult moments. Your self-talk is most important when you face resistance. Anyone can think positively when things are going well. But how do you talk to yourself when things get hard, when doubt creeps in, when you want to quit? Most people let their emotions dictate their self-talk. They tell themselves, this is too much, I don't know if I can handle this, maybe I should give up. And because they repeat these thoughts, they reinforce fear, hesitation, and weakness. But strong people, they control their thoughts, especially in difficult moments. When things get tough, they say, I was built for this. When they feel tired, they say, I keep going no matter what. When things do not go their way, they say, I find a way to win. And because they speak to themselves with power, their actions follow. The fourth step is eliminating self-deprecating talk. Most people joke about their flaws. They say things like, I'm just lazy, I always procrastinate, I'm not good at anything. They think they are being funny, but what they are really doing is reinforcing a negative self-image. They are being funny, but what they are really doing is reinforcing a negative self-image. Your brain does not know the difference between a joke and a belief. If you keep saying, I'm bad at this, your mind will accept it as reality. If you keep saying, I always fail, you will subconsciously act in ways that make failure inevitable. You must stop speaking about yourself in a way that weakens you every time you talk about yourself. You are giving your subconscious mind a command. And if you want to build confidence, you must speak like someone who is already confident. The final step is making powerful self-talk a habit. This is not something you do once and forget about. This is something you practice daily every time you speak, every time you think, every time you face a challenge. Every morning, set the tone for the day with strong words. When you wake up, tell yourself, I am disciplined, I am focused, I am capable of achieving anything. Before you start a task, say, I execute with confidence and energy. When you feel resistance, tell yourself, I push through no matter what. At first, this will take effort. You will have to catch yourself when weak self-talk slips in. You will have to consciously replace old patterns with new ones. Every day, for 21 days, it will become automatic. It will become the dominant thought pattern in your mind. And once it becomes automatic, confidence follows effortlessly. The fourth step is using self-talk to override fear and hesitation. Fear is what stops most people from taking action. They hesitate, they second guess, they let doubt creep in, and their self-talk feeds the fear. They tell themselves, what if I fail? What if I embarrass myself? What if I'm not ready? And because they focus on fear, they become paralyzed. Thought feeds the fear. They tell themselves, what if I fail? What if I embarrass myself? What if I'm not ready? And because they focus on fear, they become paralyzed. Confident people override fear with certainty when doubt creeps in. They counter it with strength. When hesitation appears, they speak with power. They do not entertain weak thoughts. They replace them with strong ones. The mind will believe whatever it hears. Most often, if you feed it fear, it will respond with hesitation. But if you feed it confidence,